Hi, this is Coralla at CorallaFicklin.com, WelcomeNetwork.com, Welcome.com. In order to go, if you want some of the study cards, or if you want some of the study guides or the MP3s, you can go to iStudyCards.com, iStudyGuides.com, or you can go to the site Anywhere. Let me spell Anywhere for you. I-N-I, then where, W-H-E-R-E. If you want any of my writings, looking at what I've what I've written on English, I've written on idiomatic expressions, non-American English, whatever. Anything all my writings on language, including my books, you can go to Pedians, P-E-D-I-A-N-S, Pedians.com. Okay, so this is part 2. We're looking at the why. I call it the crazy why. It's in this series. When you go to iStudy Guides or iStudy Cards, you'll see a series, and it's called Freaky English. And when I say freaky, I'm not talking freaky the way most people normally think of when they think of freaky. I'm thinking of odd, strange, not that kind of freaky, all right? So freaky in this respect means that it's strange, it's odd, it's something that you can't predict, okay? So it's freaky. And I call why freaky or crazy because it has so many different pronunciations. So now we're going to look at the why. We already looked at the why when it was pronounced like the long I. The I sound like my, such as fly, cry, die, D-Y-E, to change color, not die as into, kick the bucket or no longer be here, no longer exist, or to pass on. Okay, so now I'm looking at the Y when it has the short I sound. Now there's nothing in the word that's going to tell you, as they say in Spanish, aguas, aguas, which means, be careful or watch out. Here the Y is changing from the long I to the short I. You're just going to have to know how the word is pronounced. And that's the purpose, and that's why we're here. We're here to help you to know how to pronounce words, or at least to be aware that a certain letter, especially a consonant, most people know that vowels, but especially a consonant, might have more than one pronunciation. So here we go. Olympian. Now this is the Y, more like the short I, Olympian. Nymph. So it's nymph is N-Y-M-P-H. It's not nymph. It's nymph. Plymouth. Okay, I think it's Plymouth, Massachusetts. Also, Plymouth is or used to be a car. All right, so it's P, capital P-L-Y-M-O-U-T-H, Plymouth. Rhythm. Okay, it's not rhythm, it's rhythm, and it's R-H-Y-T-H-M. Okay, this one is N-Y-C-T and then a hyphen. Hyphen in Spanish is guion, a hyphen. And a hyphen is to show you that N-Y-C-T is a prefix, it's an affix. Okay, so words that begin or have as a root N-Y-C-T, the pronunciation of the Y is not the long I but the short I. Physical, physical. It's not physical, it's physical. Pygmy, which I think is an insult. I'm not talking about a particular people in Africa. In the United States, normally the pygmy is used to mean someone who's really short. Okay. When I was a kid, I was relatively short. People would call me a little pygmy. But, because I was short. Physician. I'm very tall now. Physician. This next word is, I'm going to use the word problematic, because I've heard it pronounced both ways. I've heard it pronounced tyranny, T-Y-R-A-N-N-Y. I've also heard tyranny. I've heard the long I, and I haven't seen anything that says that you can't pronounce it either one way, with the long I being the Y being the long I sound, or the Y being the short I. So I wouldn't worry about it. I've also heard Physics. You don't say, I've never heard of physics. Physics. Pyramid. 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 Once again, I'm going to give you an affix. What do you call it? Prefix. Okay, an affix is either a prefix, a root, or a suffix. And this is length, L-Y-M-P-H with a hyphen. As I said before, hyphen in Spanish is un guion, no? And lynch, L-Y-N-C-H. So there, the Y is being pronounced like the short I sound. I have time, so once again, I'm going to go over to the web page, and I'm going to go to the next page, looking at the Y again, and here, the Y has the long E sound. And you'll notice that at least 99.9% of the words, because I'm pretty sure there are exceptions to the rule, but 99.9% of the words, when the Y has the long E sound, like E, the Y is at the end of the word. But I can't guarantee that every time you see the Y at the end of the word, it has a long E sound. That much, because the Y is at the end of the word, and it also can have the long I. For example, fry, F-R-Y. There are a lot of words. They're small words. They're little words. They contain maybe about 2, 3, or 4 letters where the Y is at the end and it has the long I sound, such as cry, C-R-Y. I'm not saying cree. I'm saying cry, C-R-Y. Or let me see, my, M-Y. I'm not saying me is spelled M-E. Okay, so mostly the Y, when it has the long E sound, that Y is at the end of the word. But all Y's at the end of the word do not have the long E sound. So let me do this so I won't run out of time. Happy, E, H-A-P-P-Y. Sunny, S-U-N-N-Y. Plenty, P-L-E-N-T-Y. Jerry, J-E-R-R-Y. Really, R-E-A-L-L-Y. Party, P-A-R-T-Y. Gummy, G-U-M-M-Y. One thing I want to mention that I think is important. In Spanish, you have the ito and the ita. You know, Carralita, Bonita, Abdulito, that's a made-up name right there. Juanito. You have the ito or you have the ita. And a lot of times you add the ito or the ita to show affection. It's like saying little, but not little in the sense of small, but little in the sense of dear, like affection. In English, sometimes you use the Y to show affection. For example, you can have Bill or you can have Billy. Now, a lot of men, once they get to a certain age, do not want you to call them, just like a lot of people in Spanish don't want you to call them the ito or ita when they get to a certain age. My name is not Juanito, my name is Juan, no? Well, in English, sometimes to show affection, you would say Billy. Let me think of a word. Jenny. So why in English that sound, that long E sound, a lot of times is to show affection for someone. And you can change a name to show affection. Okay, let me just continue because I don't have that much more time. Minnie, M-A-N-Y. Tummy, like your stomach. But little kids say, oh, my tummy hurts, my tummy, instead of my stomach. That's more of like a child's word. I have about a couple more seconds. Let me give you treaty and funny. So that's the Y when it has the long E sound. So don't forget that the Y can have the long I sound, the Y can have the short I sound, and the Y can have the long E sound. When we come back, we're going to look at the Y as a consonant. Once again, Coralla Ficklin at CorallaFicklin.com, iStudyGuides.com, iStudyCards.com.